yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the edgy initiate.
I trust them with my life. I don't know if I trust them with, my bank account or my car or something like that.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, spellslinger and trenchcoat enthusiast.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, elderly vampire.
There's only one Filbert. They broke the mold when they made Filbert.
And Dragonbait as the Creeper Keeper.
Silas, get back in your room!
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday. Available on Apple or wherever you find your podcasts.
Ah, so nice of you to stop by. Come in, come in. I'm Silas Lancaster, and this is my library. Within these tomes you will find tales of monsters, both figurative and literal. Tales to make the strongest of us blanch in fear. Such stories are dangerous, and consumption must be strictly rationed. As such, I shall share but one story from my library each Thursday in October each year. Be sure to tune your wireless receiver to Storytime with Silas. Alternatively, subscribe on those podcast providers the youth seem so fond of.
Campaign 2 of Halfway to Heroes. Darker, grittier, and much more dignified than Campaign 1.
We see the Forever Storm, a 50-mile wide storm centered on the Severed Key. Though dangerous, it is vital to the survival of nearly every being in this slice of pizzazz. This source of energy is...
I forgot the name for it.
You motherfuckers! I forgot the name.
Pizzazz or pizzazz?
Pizzazz.
It sounded like he said pizzazz.
It's supposed to be pizzazz or whatever.
You know what? I f***ing knew that was going to happen.
I forgot all about it, dude.
Okay, maybe not. But either way, join us every other Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts as we start a brand new story featuring 4 monsters that have to put aside their differences if they're to stop the armies of men once and for all.
Do you like Dungeons & Dragons lore? Do you like drunk history? Well then, Lore and Pour is the show for you, where we combine the two. I'm Adam DeWeese, and I'm the host, and I bring on a cast of rotating guests, and we hang out before the show, have a few drinks, and then they are given their topic 30 minutes prior to pressing the record button, where they study up on the topic, and then we hit record, and whatever they say goes. They are treated as if they are the leading experts in the field. And I ask the questions that you never thought you needed to ask, such as, how do mind flayers go to the bathroom?
Yeah, they just go one time, and it's pee and poop, and it's green.
What's the most dangerous creature in the astral plane?
It just pinch it, you know?
Yeah.
Just...
And that whale's like, you know
They
what?
got pinchers?
Oh,
You don't even know about pinchers.
Find the answers to all these questions and much, much more, whether they're accurate or not, on Lore and Pour. You can find Lore and Pour on the Majesticus Network and wherever you download your podcast every other Monday right now.
Space. The final frontier.
Mayday alert. We are under attack.
Oh, blarney. I kind of gotta watch the tube for 10 seconds.
Rerouting auxiliary power to abjuration shields.
Someone get on those cannons. We've got company.
Are you looking for a Dungeons & Dragons sci-fi fantasy space adventure? Then what you are looking for is Eclipse. Join our crew every other week as we struggle to keep the galaxy safe. With Dr. Shepard, the Illithid cleric.
Space pirates. That was wild.
Ava Elkin, the human monk.
If we play our cards right, we might not be totally screwed.
Lita Nove, the ASMR bard.
We should be arriving in Amaron in about 2 hours.
Info O. Scott, the Warforged artificer.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and fire the sonic cannon here.
Kanan Vargas, the tiefling sorcerer.
Does anybody else think this is like a super aggressive move?
And I'm Jeremy Fair. I will be your dungeon master. Eclipse can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, or anywhere you like to get your podcasts.
So you've decided to make a new home for yourself in the retirement community of Pennycross. We're very excited to have you join us. Here in Pennycross, you can enjoy some independence in your golden years, spending time with like-minded seniors without worrying about those darn kids on your lawn. We have a wide range of rental properties available and a variety of amenities staffed by locals who are middle-aged. No need to worry about crying babies or teenagers with attitudes serving you at the pub. In addition, there are dozens of clubs, guilds, and activities to keep you feeling young at heart. Join our lawn bowling league, the Puzzle Club, or our renowned knitting guild. Established by Agnatha Harper nearly 200 years ago, our guild has attracted a wide range of members. We're delighted that you're making Pennycross your final home. Please ignore the ominous smoke coming from the mountain. It only started a few days ago, and I'm sure it will dissipate shortly. Welcome home, weary traveler.
Crits and Knits is a 5e actual play podcast and Twitch series with the live streams and the podcast drops alternating every other Wednesday, starting Wednesday, February 2nd on the Majestic Goose Network or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Gerundu.
And we are the hosts of Majestic Goose's newest podcast, Dice Talk. Dice Talk is a Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop podcast that dives into the deep topics of tabletop role-playing games.
Join us as we speak with passionate content creators, podcasters, authors, and more as we discuss all manner of tabletop and geek-related content.
Dice Talk is a bi-weekly show, so we're hitting your podcatcher with brand new episodes every other week, filling your ears with exclusive interviews and conversations that you can't find anywhere else.
Every episode is a new opportunity to hear from different creators in the tabletop community and just talk about Dungeons & Dragons and any other tabletop games that have made us who we are.
Dice Talk, now on the Majestic Goose Podcast Network. Make sure you check us out and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
A Majestic Goose Podcast.
In a world where adventure awaits and danger lurks around every corner, an unlikely group of friends find themselves on the path to becoming heroes. But school will only get them halfway. Merlin, the human warlock barber guy.
Oh god, no, I gotta buff his butt! No! Can I refuse business?
Ubo, the turtle artificer.
Well, it doesn't work yet, but I'm working on it.
Ultrex, the discarded warforged paladin.
I don't eat or sleep or wear clothes, so I just sit in the corner and wait.
And Clyde, the Goliath barbarian in skinny jeans.
They're called skinny pelts, okay?
Find us on iTunes or wherever you download your podcast by searching for Halfway to Heroes.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken, Sluggers, and Muhammad Ali comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together in the group.
Lasath, the Divine, and the Sensible.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with, my bank account or my car or something like that.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger, and Trenchcoat Enthusiast.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, Elderly Vampire.
There's only one Filbert. They broke the mold when they made Filbert.
And Dragonbait as the Creeper Keeper.
Silas, get back in your room!
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday. Available on Apple or wherever you find your podcasts.
Ah, so nice of you to stop by. Come in, come in. I'm Silas Lancaster, and this is my library. Within these tomes you will find tales of monsters, both figurative and literal. Tales to make the strongest of us blanch in fear. Such stories are dangerous, and consumption must be strictly rationed. As such, I shall share but one story from my library each Thursday in October each year. Be sure to tune your wireless...
Welcome. I always forget that on this screen I have to unmute all the mics. Welcome everybody to Shitty Cowboys. Hey, we missed last one because I was on vacation. Sean got a new hat in the meantime though, so it's worth the wait. Hey guys, what happened?
Fine.
1 month ago. Full month
1 month ago, we spent basically the entire session engaged in deadly combat with a fungus. A shambling mound containing all manner of spores and dead, rotten things and, fungal growths. It was real nasty, and we fought the shit out of that for the entire episode at the end.
That pretty much was it. Yeah. I mean, we left West Hollow right away, right at the start of the town, and just started heading to the Iron Aurora Mountains to track down Johnny Spore. Not Johnny Spore, Johnny Mushroom.
Much
better name that you guys gave him. I don't know where Johnny came from, but that's what we've been calling him.
Well, that's a real common name, ain't it? So you're just Johnny anything, Johnny Horseman, Johnny Mushroom, Johnny Strawface.
Now I'm wishing I renamed Man-Cow the Cowboy to Johnny Horseman or Johnny
Horseman, Johnny Cowman.
Yeah, I think you guys were rolling really well against that infected spore shambling mound thing, which was unfortunate because I vaguely remember it not getting to do a lot of its cool shit it could do, but that's the way the dice roll.
Sure is.
And then at the very end, Olivia came out and said she would help, but you guys shoot her back inside. So
get back in the MS paint.
She's got like a bandaged leg and still, she's probably still not like in the best shape of her life. And then, you guys make sure that you all put down that you took a long rest, because that's important. I can't remember the last time you guys had a long rest. So.
Oh yeah, I took some damage.
I think Sean Marston may have too.
See, I already did a long rest.
Sweet.
Right. I have confirmed my long rest.
Okay, and then I believe we ended with you both saying that you were just ready to get back to bed, rest up, and of course Olivia went back to the MS Paint and also rested up. In the morning, able to break camp and pack up and continue. You believe that it's probably about a 2-day journey to the Iron Aurora Mountains from the West Hollow, so you will probably be getting there either later today or at the very worst early tomorrow. So with that, let me get some tabletop audio ambience going.
Ooh, Ambassador, you are spoiling us.
Well, now you two won't be able to hear it.
No, I'm using the editorial way. I'm referring to the entire audience there. I'm just going to drink some of my wine. You fart around, making everybody else happy.
While on this journey, it's still, man, looking at our map, we really did not add a lot of different biomes, did we? It is pretty much either grasslands or like very bare plains here. So you guys don't get a lot of change of scenery heading down to these mountains, but I think pretty early on you guys could probably see those mountains like pretty much as soon as you wake up in the morning and start heading towards them. They're really huge mountains, so they're really easy to see in the distance.
Dang, there's some huge mountains, said Jambalaya.
Olivia pulls up next to you, Jambalaya, and opens the MS Paint window. She's like, Did you say something?
No.
Okay. Just let me know if you need me for literally anything.
Damn,
Really?
there's some big ass mountains. Oh, oh boy, so big.
She'll stick her head up. Do you want me to respond to that? Or you just...
I was just pondering the size of them mountains. I heard they were so big, and they really is. Giant, some might say.
Haven't you been to these mountains? I think you told me that you guys own a mine here, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm always awestruck by nature's majesty every time.
She'll open up the other window and look at you. I'm picturing your guys' horses are like one on either side of the stagecoach, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you say anything, Sean, about the size of these mountains? Or is that just...
They're big.
They are big mountains, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, it's like I said, it's really boring in here, so I was hoping that maybe, like, I don't know. We could talk about something other than, like, the big mountains, maybe?
Well, sure. What do you have in mind?
Shoot. I did not think you would ask me. I thought, like, you... how about why we're even doing this? Like, what...
Well,
like, why are you guys even, like, helping? No one's paying you, right? Like...
Well, I figure sometimes you just gotta do things because it's right. And I figured clearing up poisonous mushrooms that crop up and hurt people is the right thing to do.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that makes sense. I just thought, I don't know. I have only known you guys a couple days, but it seemed to me like you more, we're kind of like bounty hunters, kind of.
Well, we do. I don't think it's fair to pigeonhole us, really. We do all kinds of things. I'm a wilderness ranger. See, I got this here star says so. And
I've never noticed that before.
I roam the wilderness and I police it as I see fit, being a ranger and all. So yeah, that's basically what I do. I make sure that nature is preserved, and there's something unnatural about this invasive species of mushrooms that really gets my dander up. You understand me, Olivia?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I guess the mushrooms are kind of nature, but no, not really.
They're an invasive species.
Like crickets. I hate crickets.
Well, more like, yeah, something like, yeah, like crickets. Why not? Yeah.
Can we kill crickets while we're here?
Sure, if they offend you in some way, by all means.
I mean, they always like eat farms and stuff. Do you like crickets? You don't like crickets, do you?
Look, I love it. No, ain't that game those English folks play? Whatever they is.
That is singular cricket, I think.
Ah. Well, anyhow, I think I ain't into locusts. I think they was the ones that destroy all the crops, right?
Oh, is that different than crickets?
I think they're like real big crickets, pissed off crickets.
Maybe I do like crickets. Maybe it's locusts I don't like.
I've so totally posted the link to a 10cc song into the Discord after this. Anyway, no, Olivia. Well, I just think that sometimes you got to do what's right, and we're complicated characters. Sometimes we do things that maybe other people might not think is right, but we live by a strict code.
Like stab you in the leg.
In fairness, you had just been part of an ambush on us.
Yeah, but I was I was just bait. I mean, that's like the nicest role you could play in an ambush, I think.
Well, lay with dogs, you're gonna catch some fleas, Olivia.
Fleas being knives in my knees.
Yeah, bad thing. Sometimes if you're gonna hang out with assholes, you get stabbed.
Okay. No one's gonna stab me again, though, right? She's looking at Sean Marston.
I mean, we ain't.
Okay.
No promises. I mean, I can't. Trying to keep you safe, keep you in the MS Paint.
Yeah. Speaking of, I guess I don't know. Like I said, there's nothing to do in here, so it's just But then we started talking about crickets. Now I'm thinking maybe I'll just take a nap. I think I'll do that.
I mean, you could.
Yeah. She's gonna slowly close Sean Marston's window first. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna take a nap.
All right. Well, I'm gonna whistle real loud for the next hour or two.
I picture just the windows were both open and you and Sean could see each other through the carriage.
Sometimes when you're riding on these long journeys, it's nice to just whistle tunelessly for hours and hours and hours.
She's slowly closing the door or the window. By the way, I guess this thing has sliding glass windows or sliding windows. I guess that makes sense. That checks out. Well, after
Jambalaya starts just drumming on the top of the carriage as he rides next.
After a few more hours of whistling
That was
and
nice.
drumming and trying to keep Olivia awake. I mean, you guys had plenty of sleep last night, aside from the 5-minute fight you guys had. So there's really no reason she really is
really intense 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we weren't intense. We were not allowed to sleep because we was fighting.
Yes. And I don't think you guys have tents.
No, we just sleep under the stars mainly, I think.
A few hours go by, and once you all are getting closer and closer to the mountain now, I'm trying to think of a good distance. So once you get about a mile away, could you guys both make me perception checks, please?
Pardon me. Jeez.
I can't remember the last
sure.
skill check we've made on this game.
A 16.
Ooh, and
A 7.
Sean, 7. Jambalaya, Sean Marston's looking a little distracted over there. Jambalaya, you're looking over this mountain, and you can see that it looks like it's got this. It almost looks like the mountain's smoking a cigarette, real cool. Like, no, not a cigarette. It's like got
real cool.
It's got it's just like this.
Remember, kids, tobacco is wacko.
It's a smoking mountain. No, the
you won't be cool like me if you're smoking.
With a 16.
Smoking's only for mountains.
Gotta be made of stone to smoke a cigarette.
Otherwise you get cancer. That's not cool, kids.
I'm a mountain. I can't get cancer. That I know of.
Oh, God. Should probably get that checked. Somebody call a geologist.
Well, okay. Yes, that's it. You rolled very well at the 16. So I don't have to be as vague in describing it. It looks like you can kind of tell that it looks kind of like those spores, like spore clouds that would pop up if you like stomped on some of these mushrooms or anything like that.
God dang.
And looking closer, you realize that there are these like small natural like vents and chimneys, you know, that the spores are actually coming out of. It's not all over the mountain. It's not like the mountain's a convertible and missing a top. But like, there's just like little spots where you know that like you can see that, you know, there's definitely something going on inside the mountain. And it's also worth noting, since we did mention that you guys do have a mine in these mountains. These mountains are like a huge, not only super tall, but it's a really long mountain range. So it's not like you guys are going to get to your mine and Johnny Mushroom's going to be chilling in your guys' mine. Like, this is a massive mountain. And honestly, your guys' mine is more to the north. And you notice that way up to the north doesn't really have those spores coming out of it. It's more the southern portion of it. Yeah. I'm trying to save you guys' mine.
Money.
That, and also I don't want to pull up the map to your guys' mind, and if you guys went into it and like try to remember what everything looked like.
Hell no, I can't remember. Don't worry about that. As long
I'm
as
over
the
here in
money
a
keeps
corner
coming
eating
in,
oatmeal
I'm
by
fine.
myself.
Well, I mean, there's got to be, if they're poking their way out of the inside of the mountain, I guess there's got to be something inside there. We've got to look for a trail maybe to try and, is it like they're coming out of like is there any location they seem to be most concentrated in, these like peaks and puffball vents?
Let's say it is about a mile stretch to the south.
Okay.
So it's a pretty big stretch of the mountain that has them coming out of, which is also a pretty good way to start to at least pinpoint it. My next question was going to be, what is your guys' option to kind of like scout and find out, how to even approach this and where to go?
God damn. Well, that's a good question. I mean, the thing is, I guess it would make sense to go to where they're most, where they're most dense. But by the same token, it'll be most dangerous there. We ain't got really any way of protecting ourselves from them spores other than just a bit of cloth like this. So, I don't know. I guess Johnny Mushroom's got to get in there somehow. Maybe there's we try and get up to that area, and then we see if we can find, like, I don't know, a mine shaft or a cave system or something that he might have snuck himself into. A little nook and cranny. He got himself all worked in there like a tick.
Tick in the mountain, the smoking mountain. So what we could do is trying to think if it's going to be perception, survival, could even maybe make a case for it. I think it would probably be one of those two, either a survival or a perception check to try to find some kind of way into this mountain.
17 on the survival. I guess, I mean, realistically, I could be trying to track him, I guess, but I mean, that would probably be a pretty long shot given how long it's been since he passed through this way.
Yeah. So he's got about, off the top of my head, I believe we've established it's about a 4-day head start on you all, which is, decent amount of time.
Well, I mean, his trail ain't too difficult to follow. It's just follow the mushrooms, ain't it? So
Yep.
I suppose that, that's it.
And as you guys have been making this whole journey, you haven't seen any, of the jumbo mushrooms like that were outside of West Hollow, and you haven't seen any of the blankets of mushrooms that were as widespread and thick as the ones that were by Griffin's Butt. But you have seen these mushrooms kind of spread out along the journey, which makes you think that if it's anything like Griffin's Butte, they're probably going to start growing pretty quickly and spreading in numbers.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, Sean Marston's probably
Sean,
he's gonna.
No,
I'm over it.
Delilah's, or not Delilah. I originally
Olivia.
had her name as Delilah, and then I think one of you two named her Olivia or something, and then I had to change it, and now I keep calling her Delilah.
You sure?
Or did I just call her Olivia for some reason?
You called her Olivia. I think I was just calling her Missy. Might be, as an older gentleman might.
Yeah.
Hey, Missy, you stop doing that. And then, because I don't think we ever asked her name, and then you forgot. And then in the hotel, you just said, "Oh, she's called Olivia."
Yeah. But definitely in my notes, I
I'm
had it as Delilah.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Don't try and blame me for your bullshit.
Well, Olivia, and I do have in my notes her name is Olivia, so somewhere I have told you that her last name is also Olivia. She's going to open up
Fair
her
enough.
windows after she hears Sean Marston nom-nomming, and both the windows. She's going to look at Sean Marston back at you, Jim Blige. He's going to be cool. He's going to be okay, right? He's not going to, like, sabotage his plan to wreck these mushrooms. Are you, Sean? 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 You're not going to sabotage the plan, are you, Sean?
I'm gonna start making myself throw up.
Wait, what?
I thought I was already eating mushrooms. You said I was nom.
Oh, you made the noise nom. Okay.
I was just kidding. I'm not eating mushrooms.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, I took it as you were just excitedly, eyeing up those mushrooms.
Nope.
I didn't expect you to actually be eating any.
Well, thank goodness for that. I just assumed it was in the lap of the gods. So I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, wait, I guess I'm eating mushrooms now.
No. But you're not going to, right?
Mm-mm.
And you're fine with us destroying, burning all of them? And you're not going to save any, Sean Marston? Not even a one?
Not one.
Because I think they spread somehow. So you can't save one.
Yeah, we done learned that lesson real hard.
I promise.
Okay. All right.
That's good.
Jambalaya, what you looking at over
Good
there? It looks
boy.
like you're looking pretty intently at mountain.
I'm just scanning. I'm scanning that there big old mountain that I was so darn impressed with.
Yeah.
Looking for an entrance point for a way in. I figured there got to be like some kind of cave network or mine shaft or some kind of delve somewhere that he's got himself. Old Johnny Mushroom there got himself stashed.
Yeah, I mean I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if I was expecting him to just like have a house. Like a house here?
Well, he might, but I mean, only way we can tell for sure is get on up there, I suppose. But I'm pretty sure I see some likely locations up there. I think we should scout them out, get a bit closer. I mean, we're about a mile away at the moment, so difficult to tell from this distance with a naked eye.
Yeah, we can start to get a little bit closer to the mountain, and you rolled really well with a 17 survival, which I mean you've got a +7, so it's
I am a ranger.
Yeah. Yeah, shit. I should have probably thought about that before giving you the survival option. Excuse me.
Bumping my microphone with my hat.
Whoops. You guys know who Paul Stamets is?
No.
He's like this mycologist, and he wears a mushroom hat. And every time we're talking about this guy, I just picture him.
I mean, I do think of Star Trek Discovery quite a lot.
Look,
Mycelial Network.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast, and he was talking about that stuff.
You mentioned look
at his hat.
You mentioned originally you thought that Sean Snow was behind all this, and it made me think, damn, that would have been fun. But
why didn't you do that?
Do what? Who?
We should have done that.
I know. Well, I didn't. So you put the mushrooms, but you said I don't know why those mushrooms.
I did, I think.
And
Yeah,
then you
you're
made
right.
a ski resort that Sean Snow runs, and I was like,
Mhm.
okay. And then when we started down the mushroom arc, you like had it in your mind that Sean Snow was behind that, and I never made the connection between those two. So I was like,
oh well.
That was when you were like, oh, I know who's behind it, and I was like, wait, I barely know who's.
You do? What are you talking about?
But yeah, with your 17 survival, Jambalaya, you all probably takes 20-30 minutes to get a little bit closer up on this mountain. And One thing you do notice is you see some tracks. They are not human tracks. It looks like paw prints, pretty large paw prints, and you get down off of Hollywood and look around, and it looks kind of scattered, so it's hard to tell, but you rolled a 17, so I'll give you a bunch of shit. It looks like some kind of maybe pack of wolves, probably about 4 or 5 wolves or so. It's hard to tell because it kind of looks like it's not like what you would expect. Being a ranger, I think you would know a lot about wolves, and you would know that, they kind of travel place to place. They hunt at night. They're not mostly nocturnal, and this looks like just they kind of shambled around in the area a little bit. And you do see some tracks leading towards the mountains, and then you see some kind of going a little bit more to the east of the mountains, where it's kind of getting a little close to like the direction of Whisper Woods, like in that way, or Weird Whisper Woods. I can't read the name on the map. Is it Weird Whisper Woods?
It is indeed Weird Whisper Woods.
Gotcha. But yeah, it does look like these tracks. These are the only kind of tracks you can see, but it's kind of your best, like guess of anything going to or from the mountain. And also, it's probably about. It took you most of the day to get here, so it's probably about 6 in the evening. Still light enough out. It's not like it's sun setting or anything quite yet, but probably another hour and a half or so.
Well, I figure. I mean, if we following wolf tracks up the mountain, we'd better be prepared to be attacked by wolves in the night. So.
True.
Having said that, we'd probably be safe in the MS Paint. I mean, they won't want to eat clockwork horses and can't open the doors of the carriage.
You're sure about that? Wolves can't.
Well, they ain't got thumbs.
Okay. They don't?
No,
I've never seen a wolf.
They don't got thumbs. No, they just have paws. So
Okay.
they can't grip things and jiggle the handle, so to speak.
Okay. You started talking about wolves. I don't know. I didn't expect us to face wolves.
Oh, sorry. Well, I seen some wolf tracks.
Okay.
So you might expect to find wolves in the mountains and the forest, so to speak. But there's been a whole bunch of wolves running around these parts here. Some split off and gone towards Weird Whisper, and some gone up towards the mountains there. So
I'm pretty afraid of dogs. I've never seen a wolf, but I'm guessing my fear is probably going to translate from dogs to wolves.
Oh yeah, well, a wolf is basically a dog that's even bigger and more angry.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But sometimes they can be reasoned with. They can be nice.
No thumbs.
They don't always have to be mean.
Never thumbs.
Depends
right?
out. They do not have thumbs. Okay. No, they are not known for their grip strength.
Okay, I think that's fine then. I think that'll be okay. I'll stay in here.
Yeah,
close to the window.
Probably... Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't, how do we want to, I mean, that was just, the first thing you saw. I mean, you can obviously, Sean Marston hasn't really started looking around anywhere, or if you guys want to, patrol a little bit more of the mountain, however you guys want to handle this.
Well, I think we should probably, we got to be moving a little bit closer. I think we probably follow the path up toward the mountain, and while we're doing that, look for someplace relatively secure we can stop for the night. 'Cause I ain't fixing to drag Olivia up the mountain in the dark.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know how the MS Paint would do off road.
Well, I mean,
so
we could
to
just
speak.
put it back in the goddamn briefcase, but then we got to look after Olivia. So, in any case, I don't want to be dragging her around at night. I don't think that'd be fair. I'm more likely to do more harm than good at night, I think. So, yeah. So, we'll press on up the mountain towards the prospective source of the mushrooms, and then while we're doing that, look for a likely campsite.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are pretty close to it now, around the 6 o'clock mark. When you saw the wolf prints, we initially said that you guys were probably about a mile away from the mountain. When you saw the wolf prints, you're probably just like 500,000 feet away from the mountain, like the base of the mountain, where you could actually go touch the mountain if you wanted it. You know, if you've ever wanted to touch a mountain before. Which now that I'm thinking about it,
nicely.
yeah, I'm just now realizing, like, I've been to mountains before, and I'm just trying to think, like, how does a mountain start? I don't know what it looks like where it starts. But that's okay. That's not my. That's our listeners' mental image they need to get together. Really quickly.
So see a gradual incline gets steeper and steeper, I suppose. Depends on whether, if it's a mountain range, it'll start in some foothills and then they'll get bigger and bigger as you go up. Or unless it's a mesa or something like that, it'd just be straight rock walls. But that ain't a mountain.
If it's a what?
A mesa.
Is that like the things behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever heard that word before. But
spend some time in the West.
I probably
Just
saw
like
some mesas while I was in
jambalaya.
Colorado a week ago too, and I just didn't know what they were called. Yeah, you guys are able to get closer to the mountain, and the wolf tracks. Were you guys following the wolf tracks or just going to the mountain? Because the wolf tracks were kind of, like I said, they were kind of wild.
I ain't trying to catch up with no wolf pack.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, I didn't. I just wanted to see if you guys were like trying to get the wolves for
just
some reason.
following that general direction, because I mean we're going up the mountain. So
Yep. Yeah, you guys are able to get closer to the mountain, and I think when you get to it, you're kind of near that stretch that's got the spore smoke coming out of it. How late are we trying to find somewhere? Because I think while you guys are patrolling, you'd probably see a couple little like nooks, or a couple little flat areas that would make decent camp if you guys really wanted to set up camp before actually finding the mountain and going into the mountain.
yeah, I figure we should probably do that in the morning, because we ain't gonna be able to navigate too well at night, and none of us have got any kind of dark vision or nothing like that. So, and if we if we was going up there with lights and stuff, we'd probably get caught if he's looking for, they got patrols out or anything like that. If old Johnny Mushroom's waiting for us, we'll get spotted before we see him.
Yeah, I like it. That makes sense. And I also think this is the first D&D campaign I've ever ran that nobody had dark vision. It's usually like at least one person has dark vision. Everyone's like, I'll just hold on to the back of their shirt or whatever. I like that no one in this one has dark vision. That's going to make it a lot more interesting. Okay. Yeah, you guys were able to find a little, it's like a little nook, kind of nestled into the mountain, and it would give you, it's got a little, I say little rock, pretty large stone ledge that would give you guys a little bit of cover from the sky, even if it rains or anything. I wouldn't call it a cave. I'd call it more of it just looks like, it's either hollowed out or just naturally
kind of like
here. But
underneath
it's
an overhang or something.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty nice spot to hang and set up camp.
All right. Well, we're sheltered here. It's a pretty good spot. Let's post up for the night. Like I said, Olivia, you'll be safe from wolves inside the carriage, I think, and there shouldn't be any problems there. They ain't going to be able to open the door, or if you really want to, you can sleep on the roof, because they ain't going to be able to climb up neither.
She sticks her head out of the window, and she looks up to try to see how, like, tall this carriage is. How high can they jump?
I don't think they're going to be able to jump, what?
9
I don't
feet?
know how tall would a carriage be, something like that, I suppose.
Yeah, probably about. I would think probably 9 feet.
I ain't worried about it. I'd sleep on the roof.
All right. By the way, this the carriage
ain't like a cougar.
Wait, what? What's a cougar?
You ain't never heard of a cougar before? Mountain lion? A puma?
What?
A catamount?
A cat?
Oh yeah.
Don't tell me they're like big cats. I hate cats even more than dogs.
Oh yeah, they're pretty big old cougars.
They scratch, they bite.
Yeah, they's worse.
Are they here? Did you see any prints?
Well, the thing, we didn't see any cougar prints. I only saw the wolves.
Hopefully, all the wolves ate all the cougars.
Well, maybe. Thing is with cougars is they can jump, but
do they have thumbs?
They do not have thumbs, but they can jump like 20 feet. So.
Yeah, wait, what?
I mean, I do have a
cougars jump. You know what?
Real,
I bet
real fucking high.
Yeah, I've seen house cats.
I've seen house cats jump like fucking
like
10
feet high.
Sometimes. Yeah.
So yeah, I bet a fucking puma could. Yeah. Olivia's not gonna come out of the MS Paint, and by the way, the MS Paint won't actually fit under that stone overhang. You could maybe like park it in front of the stone overhang and get some get a little like a wall put up if you and Sean Marson were gonna sleep in there or something. And it's space
Well, I guess then we'll like corral off that little overhang, and we could build a fire in there. It'll be sheltered from view from the outside. We won't give away our position with the light.
Yeah, and it's big enough that you two and your horses could fit in there. It's just not tall enough for the MS Paint to fit in it.
Okay, so I reckon then we'll build like a temporary corral where you like all we need is to like drag up some scrub or something to put underneath the carriage to stop things crawling in, and then we'll use the carriage as like a wall, retaining wall. That'll be fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, about half hour into this, an hour into setting up this, it probably won't take you guys about a half hour to get this whole camp set up, really. Could both of you make me perception checks, please, again? We're doing a lot of rolls tonight.
Man.
And Sean's doing a lot of bad rolls tonight with an 8.
15.
Luckily, Jambalayas roll 20 is not hating him. He got a 15. I think maybe Sean Marson's the one that's blocking up the undercarriage, so to speak. So he's.
Yeah, that's usually his role.
So he's a little busy, a little distracted. Olivia is still inside the MS Paint. You don't know when she's ever going to come out of that. But Jambalaya...
Oh, look, Sean's blocking up the undercarriage.
Jambalaya, it's about 7 o'clock. Sun's still up. Sun is not set yet. You're probably about an hour away still, at least hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops. When you start to hear, it doesn't sound like normal wolf growls. It sounds a little bit more just, I just started to try to make the noise, panicked, stopped. I will do it. Are you ready for it? You both ready for it? Here it comes.
You?
It's coming. Don't know why. Okay, okay. I need to block Gerundu's in Sean's face. Okay, there we go. Now I can do this. I don't know what you're doing. I'm blocking your face. You hear a.
Sean, did you hear that? It sounded like.
It kind of sounds like when Jambalaya does his bear speech. But it sounds slower. It sounds a little more just.
It sounds like a mushroom boy.
I mean, I guess you could classify.
Well,
that.
I mean, it's thematically appropriate.
And Jambalaya, I think you hearing it, you'd be able to peek either through some gaps in the underbrush or wherever you are. You could look and see that indeed sun's still up, but you see this pack of 4, not wolves. They look more like they're bigger. You think that it's closer to dire wolves.
They have thumbs.
they've got thumbs and guns. No, they don't.
Oh my God, I was wrong.
No, but with your 15's good. 15's good. With your 15, you can see that. I mean, we've established that wolves are nocturnal, so them approaching anything like in the day this aggressively is very out of character for wolves. And with the 15, I think you would notice that the first wolf is missing their back left leg. Like it's just it looks like pretty recently it's just like a stump kind of like just torn off. It's not bleeding, but it's still hobbling over, and then you'll look over and the one behind that has this pretty much the entire left side of it is exposed rib cage. Like the fur's gone, the skin, the flesh, all of that's gone. These wolves are looking really rather fucked up. The only word I can really think to describe them.
Fair enough. Well, these things are looking rather fucked up. I'm thinking fast now. Old Jambalaya's thinking fast. He's going to take one of the oil lanterns from the side of the MS Paint and run around to the front and start pouring the oil out of the lantern in a line across the front of it to try and create a flaming barrier to stop the presumably zombified wolves from attacking and getting any closer. We can try and hold them off with our firearms, so to speak. So I'm going to go grab that lantern off the side and use that, try and pour that oil out so we can make a little flaming barrier.
You son of a bitch. Okay. I think with that, I think your perception check, luckily, was good enough that they didn't get any kind of sneak attack or anything. And, they're being pretty loud. They're not being
they weren't sneaking.
Yeah, they're not being as stealthy as wolves can be really fucking stealthy. But these ones were definitely making quite a bit of noise. So I think you would have enough time to do that. I think that would be it for your preparation, and then we'll go to initiative. But if you want to give Sean Marson any kind of warning, Sean Marson, I could also give you one thing.
Goddamn boy, there's some zombo wolves are coming.
The window opens up. Did you say zombo wolves?
I sure shit did.
What is
it's
that?
a wolf, but it's also a zombie.
Zombies have thumbs.
Well, no, never mind. Zombie's a template you apply to a creature. Never mind. That's
I thought you meant like a standing wolf. zombie
Olivia,
man.
we ain't got time to go through the semantics of what I just said.
You're sitting there pouring out the lamp oil while she just closes the door or the window. Do you got anything you want to do, Sean, for initiative? Right now I'm picturing. So we did establish that you're under the carriage, adding the spiky bushes and stuff under it. Which now that I say that out loud, I'm realizing are probably pretty flammable too. So we might want to keep an eye on that fire.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
we're good.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's roll initiative. Sean Marston, you'll be starting the combat. We'll start you prone, like underneath the carriage. I think that'll be cool. Again, Sean Marston with the lower roll
Dude,
than
what is happening?
12 and a 17. Let me roll. They've got a +1. Okay, they got a 9, so they are going to go last. So, Jambalaya, even though you've got this perimeter set up of fire, you will still be going first.
Okay. Did I manage to light the oil on my action before that, or did I
don't
just
know.
put
How
the
would
oil
you light
down?
it? What do you?
Well, I would either need to stop and get like a flint and tinder and steel out or whatever, or I could use one of my attack actions to shoot my rifle into it and hope the muzzle blast lights the oil, which was what I was going to do for my first action this turn. If you think that would work.
I like thinking that. I think that is more exciting. I think it's more exciting for you to have laid the perimeter of oil out, but it has not yet been lit. As we go to your turn.
Right. Well, I could roll for it if you would like, but yeah, I would like to basically use one of my attack actions to shoot the oil trail.
I think I don't think we need to roll for that. I think you're good to just to shoot it.
So yeah, kaplow! I've shot it. I'll just Jambalaya works the lever action of his rifle and just tries to squeeze off a quick snapshot at the lead Zombo Wolf, which will be.
So this is second action. You've shot it. You've ignited the perimeter of fire.
Yeah.
And then you roll a natural 1. Oh no! Doesn't your gun jam?
Oh no!
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. So I'll use the remainder of my turn to scramble up onto the roof of the MS Paint.
Do you have the gun jamming mechanics handy?
Let me see.
I'm trying to remember
misfire.
where that is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever happened before on this show.
The attack misses and the weapon cannot be used again until you spend an action to try and repair it. And then I must make a successful Tinker's Tools check.
Oh my god.
To fix it. The DC is equal to 8 plus the misfire score.
Misfire score is
2, so I need to be at 10.
Okay.
But I don't have enough actions to do that this turn.
Shit. Oh, so that's it's pretty much losing your action next turn. Oh shit, okay. Sean Marston, you see jump. I don't think you can see the wolves anymore, Sean Marston. I feel like the flames. No, I don't think the flames would be, like 3 feet high. I'm picturing these flames would probably be more like, maybe 2 feet high. And these wolves, like I mentioned, they are bigger than regular wolves. So Sean Marston, even being underneath, laying prone, you can see that Jambalaya has lit up this fire perimeter, protecting the MS Paint, and both the horses, luckily, are tucked in to the little cave that you guys have set up. But you also just heard Jambalaya's gun jam up as he clambered to the top. what would you like to do?
Where's the one with one leg?
That's the front one.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot his other. I'm gonna shoot his other knee out. 2 shots.
I knew it. Are you okay? So now here's the question: are you gonna shoot like the, so it's his back left leg? Are you gonna be trying to shoot out his front left, or his back right, or his front right?
So what leg was he missing?
He's missing back left.
I'm gonna take out his other back leg.
His other back leg, okay.
Yeah.
So he'll. You know what? I think that'll do. I think if you roll well enough, we'll probably reduce his speed. 20 and 11. That 20 will indeed hit. Wow, you almost misfired, Sean. You rolled a 2 on that second one. If you guys both just your guns start just fucking not working anymore,
gotta clean them.
But that first one, luckily. Oh, why is there 2 different numbers? I always forget. I don't know what that one would have been, but luckily
One's for long range, I think.
Oh, further away.
Yeah.
Oh, because then you don't get the +3. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, luckily you rolled a 5 + 3, so 8 points of damage. Okay, this is gonna come down to how big of a chunk of his HP will that be? I don't know why I said he. It's not like you can like see its wiener or anything.
I don't know. It could hit his back leg.
Yeah, you know what? That's that's a big enough chunk of damage to this Sean Marston that
Shot his wiener and his leg.
Take out the other back leg, and now it's still there, but it's really mangled, and now it's kind of crawling at you with just its front legs. Are you gonna stay in this spot under the wagon from here and just keep shooting from here?
I'm gonna go up top.
Okay, I'm imagining you're gonna be going like through the back and out top and not the front by the fire. Yeah. Oh my god! So the scene is you guys are both gonna be posted up on this MS Paint. Ring of fire around you, and these 4 zombie wolves clambering towards you. I love it. It's a fun scene. Now that you get up on top of the MS Paint, Sean Marston and Jambalaya, you've got a better view of these wolves now, and you can see that not only are the wolves definitely, they've got fatal wounds, pretty much covering. You know, all 4 of them have one version of a fatal wound or another. They also have mushrooms that are sprouting out from their body, but they're not just all those blue mushrooms that you guys have seen so far. You see some purple mushrooms, you see some green, blue still. You see some black mushrooms, almost looks like mold. These things are definitely infected by something. And it is their turn now. Okay, I'm just trying to work mechanically how we're gonna do this. So, them being undead, if they were regular wolves, they definitely would be, fearful of the fire and turn or at least just stay where they are. That's not the case with these undead canines. They are going to still try to clamber over, which I'm just now realizing isn't going to matter since you guys are up on a 9-foot tall thing. They might figure something out. The first one, though, when it goes through, I'm going to have them all roll some fire damage, but they are going to kind of shamble, I think is the word I want to use, especially them being zombified. They're going to be shambling towards you all. And I think 2d6 is fair. I think 2d6 of fire damage will be fair to each of them. I'll just roll once. I don't want to have to roll 4 times. And rolled a 9, which is pretty good. A 5 and a 4.
That's decent.
Yeah, that's not that's that's good. They have no fur left. None of them. All of their fur has been burnt away, and it smells fucking terrible out here now. It may have been worth it to not catch the fire and not do that 9, 18, 36 damage to them, and instead not have this smell. But live and learn. What can they do? I think that they're all going to get up to the MS Paint, and they are going to start to bite at the door, claw at the side, claw at the windows. Like I said, they're dire, so they're not, we're talking like while they're standing on all fours, the ones that can, they're probably, their back is probably about like 5-6 feet off the ground. They're huge.
Sure. Yeah.
I think even if they if any of them do have all 4 limbs and are able to prop up onto the side of the MS Paint, I think their paws would get like right up at the edge, but they just can't quite make it to the top.
Is Olivia inside?
Olivia is inside, and
Olivia,
if you guys could read her mind right now, she is not enjoying this at all. Luckily, they don't have thumbs though. When we'll go back to Jambalaya. Jambalaya, I think I know what you're going to be doing. Wait, maybe not. I mean, you got it.
Well, I'm going to try and... I think I would rather... Well, sorry. Let me rephrase that. I think I'd rather try and fix my rifle, first of all. So I'll roll me a Tinker's Tools check.
Oh, God. And we're looking for a 10, is it?
Yeah. I don't know what that would be, if it would be plus anything, so I would roll a flat d20.
If you're
7.
proficient in Tinker's Tools, you get your proficiency modifier to it.
I don't know whether I is or not. I guess I am as a result of taking the firearm thing. Let me just double check.
Where would that be at?
It would be in your proficiencies, I think. I'm also looking. I'm also seeing if you add like a dex or anything.
Yes, gunsmith. I gain proficiency with Tinker's Tools.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch!
So I just make it.
Is your guys' proficiency scores 3 right now or 4?
Oh, it's 4 actually.
It's 4?
So I exceed. Yeah, so by 1.
Very.
But
close.
yeah, then with the levels of fighter that I've got, I would like to action surge, so I get both my attacks back. And
well, fuck.
Use the first one on. I guess it don't really matter. Whichever one's jaws is closest to my ankle.
Okay. Definitely not the one that's missing its back 2 legs, because that one's kind of chewing on the doorknob. Is that a natural 20?
That's a 19 plus 10, but that's still a crit because we crit on 19s. Fuck. So roll damage, which would be a 1d12 plus 4. So it would be 13 regular damage.
Damn. Can you roll me a D100 real quick too?
What's that for?
17.
When you shoot this one, like you mentioned, the one with the jaws closest to you, this one had some of those mushrooms on it, and you shoot it, and when you hit it, it hits one of the purple mushrooms, and some of the spores, poof out. Can you make me a con saving throw real quick to run to? And please roll a really bad one, because it'd be very fun.
One. Your wish is my command. Natural 1 plus 7 is 8.
Oh, man. You've got a plus 7. Holy shit. A little bit of these purple mushroom spores, which you guys have not seen purple mushrooms yet, get past, even if you got your mask on or anything, get into your nose, and as soon as they do, Jambalaya, you start to immediately get hit with all these different kind of mental side effects. You start to feel really paranoid. You start to kind of get confused where you are. You look over at Sean Marston next to you, also fighting these wolves, and you don't know who he is, but he's got guns, and he's pretty scary looking.
Oh, fuck. I thought I was handsome.
Oh, now this is the question. This is the question. This is supposed to be for just one turn, but I think I may modify it since you have 2 actions. You've got 1 action left. Yeah, we're gonna do this. For your second action, Jambalaya, I just need you to attack Sean Marston. He's definitely he's
oh, you fucker.
He's out to get you. He's gonna throw you to these wolves. He's gonna throw you in that fire. You rolled a natural 20.
Rolled a 19 again.
I'm gonna die.
I guarantee it's gonna be more damage than you did to that wolf. Oh no! Are you kidding me? Oh wait,
Nice.
what was that? D20 plus 4.
Yeah, 6.
Wait, didn't no. You just had to do the first one. Because you only had 1 action left, right? Because you shot the wolf.
Yeah.
And then that's when the spores got into your nose and your mouth. And then for your second action, that's when you turned and fired that shot.
Yeah, so it's 2 attacks. So
yeah. So how much damage is that? Oh!
What do I do for a crit? Because I have to manually do the damage. So I just rolled normal damage. I forget what rules we use for crit.
It's confusing because we do different based on different shows. So I can't remember if on Shitty Cowboys what we do is we take 1 max damage die, or we just add 1 max damage die to the roll, or if we just add a die to the roll, like how crits are rules is written. Let's do, since it's your buddy, let's not have you do 1 max damage die, but do add a bonus damage die to whatever it is.
Okay. Oh, I should have done that for the other wolf as well.
Yeah. Oh, did you not do any kind of bonus damage to that one? Then yeah, it should have.
No. I'll do it twice then.
Honestly,
so...
I didn't even look at the damage to that one because I got so excited about
So the wolf should have been 22 damage and Sean is 8.
Okay. Sean, you just see Jambalaya turn.
You goddamn rascally rabbit! What you doing up on my coach?
And immediately, Jambalaya, the effects. I think with your 7 Constitution, I think you're able to kind of stave off the effects pretty quickly, and you immediately realize what you did.
My boy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sean. That was the mushrooms that got me.
It's okay, boy.
It ain't okay,
I was gonna
boy.
try
I'm
and
gonna
lasso
kiss
you
so hard.
Oh, that would have been fun.
When this is all over, I'm going to tend your wounds and I'm going to hold you so tight, Sean. I'm going to hold you so tight. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a bullet hole in the roof of the MS Paint now, and you hear don't. What are you doing? Don't shoot me.
I'm sorry, I was high.
Okay, that explains it. That wolf, by the way, that you shot and that the pink spores burst out of it. You shot that one right in the head, and much like zombies, that wolf just drops and clumps to the ground because they actually aren't that sturdy. But I don't know if it's gonna be able to make this check since you did. What is it? A DC of a con saving throw? Oh, it can make this if it rolls a natural 20. No, it did not. It was trying to do its undead fortitude, but since you did so much damage to it in one shot, it was almost impossible for it to do it and get back a lot. So that one stays unmoving once it hits the ground. Sean Marston, it's your turn now. Just got shot, and one of the wolves are dead.
I'm just gonna shoot the closest one in the head.
Yeah, you
2
saw that
times.
it worked for jambalaya.
Pow, pow. Let's see.
I think this scene would be badass to have some character art on.
What is going on?
Well, the first one, oh no!
It's jammed.
Your gun jammed.
Yeah, you do got 2 of them though.
Yeah, luckily you got
Yeah.
2 guns. So you are gonna hit with the 27, and that's for 9 piercing damage. That one is still standing. It seems to not really notice. Will you also roll me a D100, Sean?
I guess so.
34. Okay. You're also gonna shoot a mushroom. It is not a purple mushroom this time that explodes, which is probably good. We don't want you to now turn and shoot jambalaya next turn. Okay, this is just make a con saving throw. This was a blue one that you shot, which you're probably pretty amped up about, to be honest.
Nom nom nom.
16. Yeah, I think you're immune to those motherfuckers now. Yeah, nothing happens to you. It goes to Wolf's turn. Okay. I'm gonna have them make a group strength check real quick. There's 3 of them, and I will let you guys know what the check we're looking for is. I believe group skill checks rules as written is usually rounded up the amount of people they need to succeed. So if they've only got 3, I think that means that 2 of them have to succeed. It very well may be rounded down, so only 1's supposed to, but we're gonna do, if at least 2 of these wolves roll a 15 strength check, this MS Paint is about to get tipped on its side. They are posted up, they're rocking it, they've got +2 to strength. So the odds are pretty good that they're not going to, but first one is a dirty 20. 6. Ooh. That's probably the one that's missing its back legs. It's like just kind of, not really helping as much as the other 2. If this one's a 15 or higher, you guys are going overboard. 13. Ooh. Oh my god. So fucking close. That would have really shooken things up here. Okay, yeah, that's kind of their turn. They're trying to flip you guys. They're trying to flip this. Man, if only that other one hadn't died. That would have been really fucking nice. Okay, we're back up to Jambalaya. Jambalaya, you are clear-headed now.
Yeah, thank
and
goodness.
your gun is repaired.
It is. Well, I'm gonna use a bonus action to agitate the swarm. Get my wasp good and pissed off. I was kind of caught by surprise and should have really done that earlier. But anyway, agitate the swarm, so I'll get an additional d6 damage on a hit, and we're gonna shoot at one of the wolves pushing up against the. 29 again. How am I keep rolling
3.
these? 3 in a row.
That's 3. Yeah, I think 3 in a row.
Okay, so roll 2d12 plus 4. 15 points.
Okay, so there's 3 wolves. One that Sean Marston also shot, was aiming at the head, still alive. One that Sean Marston shot the back leg off of, and then one that has not yet been hit.
I think I'd probably go for the one that's not yet been hit, because it's still pushing up against the side of the carriage there, and I want to make sure that we're trying to finish off these guys and stop pushing.
Yeah. Bullet goes through it, out one side, barely even, acknowledges getting shot, still just pushing up against it. Still alive.
Work that lever again. I'm giving another one. How does 17 do?
17 will indeed do it, yes.
Okay, excellent. Right, well that'll be... Shit. Just copied a load of goddamn script into the box. Fuck. Right, okay. Just fixed it. 1d12 plus 4. 10 points of damage. 25 total.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Your wasp.
2d6 total. So plus another 7. So 25, 32.
So that last shot was okay. I was rolling for the undead fortitude, based off the last shot, but it did not roll well enough. So, what's that look like when you're? I think it's the wasp that finished this thing off.
I guess they just burrow into its face, into the wounds, the wound channel created by the bullets as they pass through. The wasps just fly into those wound channels and eat the wolf's brain and face.
Dude,
from the
that's
inside
fucked up.
Yeah. But could you also roll me 1d100, please, for the shot you took at it?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna cheese if you get a okay.
63.
Yeah, you're good. You somehow missed all the mushrooms on its body.
Hell yeah, I did.
Sean Marston, you've got the one that you just shot in the head, and you've got the one that's missing legs lower down.
I'm gonna shoot the one in the head again.
Yeah, that's the one that's still like nipping at your guys' hands and your guns. They're like trying to bite the Jambalaya's long gun out of his hands. Both of those are gonna hit. Even the 13, 25
Oh wait,
13.
one of my gun is, I forgot it's jammed.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We could go ahead and just take the first one. And then you can try if you want. No, because it would take an action to unjam it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We can just ignore the second one and just say you fire a shot with your still working gun. Because that 25 is going to hit, and that 11 piercing damage is going to be enough to drop this wolf. But you see it drop, slump to the floor, and you think it's dead, and then you see it start to get back to its feet. It actually succeeded on its undead fortitude, so it's not stopping yet. Oh, and I also just realized that if they get hit by a critical hit, they don't get to do undead fortitude, but that was not. Okay, so we still have two wolves, one of which, actually both of which are just knocking on heaven's door.
Mama, take my guns from me. I can't shoot them anymore.
You know what they're going to do? Now that they're both, down, low to the ground, they are going to... Yeah. They're going to see the horses through the shrubbery and the little the brush underneath the caravan, and they are both going to start to kind of burrow through the brush and head towards those horses. They're looking pretty tasty. I think with you guys putting those little makeshift blockades down there, and one of them's missing legs, one of them was prone and had to, get back up. I don't think they're going to have enough movement to get to the horses, but they're going to have enough movement to get to the other side, get to the clearing where the horses are.
Okay.
And now we'll go back to Jambalaya's turn.
Well, I'm going to try and pop them in the noggin as they crawl out from underneath the carriage, I suppose. I said pop.
25? Oh, I guess that, yeah.
25.
Rolls are on fire tonight.
12.
Yeah.
Plus 4. 10 points of damage on the first one, so I guess the one that's got all its legs.
Okay. So that one only had 1 HP since it died and came back. So that is indeed going to kill it. And it rolled a 2 for its fortitude saving throw. So it stays dead this time. And then 14 for a different shot for the other one.
Oh yeah, I did roll.
Yeah,
I didn't.
That will hit.
Okay,
14 will hit.
D12 plus 4. 7.
7 is also not.
Oh.
Jambalaya didn't even share with you, Sean Marston. Jambalaya took the last 2 kills.
12. Yeah, because of the wasps.
Yeah, again, those wasps are hungry, and they really just
devour the shit out of that fungus wolf.
And these ones were far enough down and away from you guys that you don't have to roll the D100 for the spore.
Spores all
yeah.
billowing out underneath the carriage.
And after a moment goes by and there's no shooting, you'll hear the door slide open, the window slide open. Did you get them all?
I think so.
You'll see Delilah poke her head out, look down, and look back up at you guys.
Who the fuck is Delilah?
Again. Olivia! Jeez. I need to just say that this lady's got two first names. Delilah, and sometimes she goes by Olivia.
Delivia Alila.
Oh my god.
Oh Lila.
I think that's a good stopping spot. We'll end right after
vicious mockery.
Yeah, jeez. Right after me butchering this NPC's name for the
Dolivia.
Gerundu, you got anything you want to talk about before we head out?
Sure. I love you. I'm in other shows on the network, including this one, which is obviously not another show. It's this show, but it's called Shitty Cowboys. You've just been listening. In which I play John Ballard Pendergrass. I'm also in Roll for Weird, where I am Silas Lancaster, the outed vampire, who, recently outed vampire. And who else do I do? I do Flex Crystal sometimes on Modus Bloodsport Arena, and also, even more occasionally, Gazpacho Me and Sandy Ravage. Oh yeah, I just had the excuse to get that voice out. Do Storytime with Silas, where I'm the Crypt Keeper figure for an anthology horror series every October. I do an upcoming Pathfinder 2 podcast called Cut from the Chronicles, in which I play Gastro, the theatrical goblin sorcerer. And I am currently in a limited series on an audio drama podcast called No Return, by the very talented Keir Zhou, and I play Colour Sergeant Malcolm Rigby in the Aurelian Regiment series.
Sean, what you got to follow up on that?
Nothing.
Hey, come to GooseCon. If you haven't heard, we've got a tabletop convention, our first ever, coming up in almost exactly 2 months from this stream, which would be
horrifying.
Honestly, I think by the time this podcast episode drops, it's gonna be less than 2 months away. Just barely, which is very terrifying. Well, we'll all be there. All three of us will be there.
We will.
And a lot of other really cool people from the Majestic Goose Network. There's gonna be a lot of live shows, panels. Even if you want to just come and just play a lot of board games, we're gonna have a huge open board game library where you can just come check out any board game you want, play with new friends, old friends, play with members of the network. It's gonna be a really tight-knit convention. We're looking at around 100, under 100 people. So like it's gonna be. We're gonna all be bumping shoulders together the entire 3-day weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We've got you can catch a tabletop RPG game with some of us or with other people you meet there. It's gonna be so much fun. Come check it out. You can go to tabletop.events and search for GooseCon, or you can go to GooseCon 2022 and click on the link to tabletop.events and buy a badge for just $45 for the entire weekend, or if you can just make it a day. Or you can even get a GM badge for only $25 for the weekend if you're going to plan on running at least 2 games. I think you have to run at least 2 tabletop RPGs for that one. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Cincinnati, Ohio, September 30th to October 2nd. And that's mostly it. Thank you all for listening and or watching, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See y'all later.